So who's here tonight?
Honestly, I have no idea. I've been working inside all day. No one told me anything about it until I showed up about 5 minutes ago.
It's Paco.
I heard that this was his first show in Michigan.
So who's the headliner today?
Paco Romane.
He was on 107.7 this week. And make sure to stick around after his set because we have a very special guest for you here and it's going to be amazing. But right now, you guys, let's put it up for yourselves. One more time. One more round of applause. And now go crazy for Paco Romane, everybody!
All right. Put your hands together for those comics you saw, all right? That was awesome. It's nice to be here in Ann Arbor. You guys really know how to party here, man. This is fucking sweet. Yeah, like Bob said, I don't know what he said. I think he said something about my podcast. You guys listen to podcasts? Hell yeah. All right. You guys like documentaries? All right. I have a podcast about documentaries. So I'm a lot of fun. My podcast is called Sup Doc. Thank you. Those people clapping have never heard a podcast in their life. My girlfriend likes to call my podcast Suck Dick. Not a big fan. Anybody here like true crime stuff? Yeah, true crime stuff is fucking awesome, man. It's awesome stuff. Like I feel like there's like an arc to watching true crime documentaries. You first start off going like, he didn't do it. Then you're like, oh maybe, I don't know. Like his parents did what? What the fuck did they make him do? What the fuck? I told you fucking did it. Like it was like there's like. By the end, you're sure that whoever did it killed everybody, you know? And women love true crime everything. Women are like 80% of all true crime documentary watchers and listeners because women are detectives, right? Have you ever met a woman that didn't know everything about what's going on? Like, women are born detectives, you know? It's amazing. Like they just do like intelligent gathering. Like they watch true crime shit to gather evidence because they want to know what's going on. Like I used to date this girl and I would be like, I'm going to go over to my buddy Dave's house, play some poker. And she's like, okay. And I come back. She's like, were you at Dave's? I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay. And then she turned around like Columbo, go, I got one more question for you. She'd have a trench coat on for some reason. She's never smoked a cigarette in her life. She's like, just a second. Amazing. It's amazing. Like I feel like we shouldn't ever. If you're ever in trouble, never call the cops. Just call HBO. Like apparently they're the only people that can solve any kind of problem. You know? It's amazing. Yeah, I was dating for a while. I was dating a girl named Greta. Which is cool. The least sexiest name ever. I like big girls. She was a big girl. She was like 6'1", 180. The San Francisco 49ers were taking a look at her. They need help on a D. She's German, so our safe word is Volkswagen. Once in a while, it's like, I want to see your papers. I'm the little spoon in our relationship. She's always like, I don't talk like that. I'm like, yes, you do. Awesome though. But I feel like there's been like a gender switch. Like I am a very sensitive guy. Like I will cry at a like dog food commercial, you know, or like a This American Life podcast episode. Like Greta and I were driving. I was listening to I was just crying. Meanwhile, Greta's leaning out of the car, flipping off cops. You know, she was just like, "Fuck you, pigs!" And I was like, "They're leading a funeral. Maybe this is not." This is not the time. But she's still a woman, you know. So she loves like crystals. Anybody here into crystals? Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys are in the back. That's like we're gonna put you guys in the back. Like okay, awesome. She's into crystals. I'm not. I don't understand what the fuck's going on with crystals. Like a couple of weeks ago, we had that full moon. You know that blood, sex, sugar, magic moon that was happening. Whatever was happening with that thing, I don't know. And Greta was in the kitchen. Well, first of all, she woke me up at like midnight. She's like, "It's a full moon." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'll make coffee." You know, like I don't know what to do. I want to be supportive. I don't know what's going on, but I'll help. You know, and I go to the kitchen and she's got like a mason jar full of crystals, and she's running like water into it. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm making moon water." I was like, okay, yes, get some moon juice out here, you know, whatever the fuck that is. And I'm like, what do you? And she's like, you take a mason jar and you fill it with water, and it has crystals under, and then you put it under the full moon. And I'm like, all you've done is invented Bud Light. That's all Bud Light is. It's just shitty tap water in a jar that someone's yelled racist words into. You know? It's all it is. And then it's like midnight. I live in San Francisco. She's under the moon, putting this like mason jar out there, trying to catch moon rays. I live in the hate in San Francisco. The hate Ashbury. Even the hippies are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But she's into crystals. We were driving in the south. We were in Nashville, Tennessee. And we were driving this, and she's like, "Stop, crystal shop." And I was like, "Fuck, how did you find the only crystal shop in the South? That's amazing. How did you do that?" And we go into this crystal shop, and I don't know if you guys have been into crystal shops, but they're usually like full of incense smoke, you know? There's like 18 cats walking around. Nothing's on a shelf, everything's in baskets, you know? There's like weird tabla music going on, like, you know. Where's the downbeat, you know? Trying to blend in. But I don't know if there's other big guys here like myself, but I feel like I'm too big to be in a crystal shop. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna break everything. You just do that guy thing when you just stand in the corner. Like, and I looked over and there was a basket of heated healing crystal dildos in the corner. Greta was over there. I was like kicking them. I was like, no. Do not go home with these. I can't compete with a heated healing crystal dildo. It plugs in and heats up. I'm done. There's no use for men if that's the fucking thing. And we're hanging out and she's looking at these little fucking stones or crystals, I guess. You know, and they have names like rose quartz and amethyst. Even that sounds like the name Mike Tyson would name his daughter. You know, amethyst, you know. So we're hanging out, and like there's just curtains everywhere because like in crystal shops it's just all curtains. We're hanging out, and all of a sudden the curtains open up, and this little tiny Southern woman comes out because they're all tiny in the South, and she comes out and she's like namaste, but she's from the South, so she's like namaste. I'm like, you sure? I don't think you mean that, you know. And then she's like, what's your name? And I said, my name's Paco. What's your name? And I swear to fucking God, she looked at me and she said, Crystal. And I was like, God damn it! It's Crystal's Crystal Shop! She said, I never thought of that! I'm like, it's right there! How could you not put two and two together? And then we're talking a little bit. She's talking to Greta, and all of a sudden the curtains open up again, and this little tiny man comes out, and you can tell he's not used to customers. He's like, we haven't had customers here since '87. Like he was just not. expecting anybody. And he had like a Jack Daniels hat on. He had a t-shirt that said "Kill a commie for mommy" on it, with an ego with an AK-47 in his mouth. And he comes over and he's like, "Where are y'all from?" And I was like, "God damn it. I don't want to have to say San Francisco." You know, I looked at him, and he had like one good leg and one wooden leg, like a pirate. And I was like, "Well, we're from San Francisco." And he's like, "You suck dick." I was like, "Nope, that's my podcast." He's like, "You gay?" Like, I'm not. I'm here with my girlfriend. She's looking at helium crystal dildos. I'm not gay just because I'm from San Francisco. You've got a wooden leg. That doesn't make you a table. You know, like. What's happening? I am out here in Kalamazoo because I just went. I just went to my 20th high school reunion. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Isn't he 50? Jesus Christ, man. Use some cream or something. What the fuck? A late bloomer. I started kindergarten at 10. So I never thought I would be asked to go to my high school reunion. Like, the thing is you get that letter in the mail. You guys have been to your high school reunion, right? Yeah. Lloyd Norris is in the house or some shit. You know, Kalamazoo Central. You get that letter in the mail, and I got that letter, and I was like, fuck, I only have 6 months to actually do something with my life. Like, oh, fuck. Is there a 6-month dental school I can go to or something? Because I know I'm going to see my arch nemesis, Steve, you know? And he's going to be like, I'm like, "Steve, what do you do?" "I'm a successful lawyer. What do you do?" I'm like, "I get paid in beer tickets." That's pretty much what happens with me, you know? Like, and I never thought I'd be asked to go to my high school. I had a shitty time. Put you guys together if you had a shitty time in high school. Where's my Kalamazoo Central people at? Yeah. My favorite thing is I said, "Put your hands together," and that guy back there raised his hand. He still can't follow directions. Still dead. In high school, I got beat up. I got made fun of. Nobody would talk to me. To make matters worse, I was homeschooled. Dad's an asshole. My mom is cool, though. Put your hands together for moms. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's so sweet. You guys are sweet. Do you know how little boys grow up to be funny guys? Because our moms are fucking insane. Any women here have a funny husband or a boyfriend? Is his mom fucking nuts? Yeah. They're like, "You have not met Deborah." Oh my god. What a trip that lady is. Yeah. This is not the body of a gay man, you know, like this is Kirkland's signature. So don't pretend you don't shop at Costco, Kalamazoo. You're my fucking people. I know who you are. I've seen you at the sample table. Don't front on me right now. Don't big time me. We're all on the same level here. Costco's the fucking best, man. You're like, "Give me a keg of mayonnaise, take a quart of tequila, 4 tires, and an 8-foot hot dog. Just call it a day." Costco's the fucking best, especially for dudes, because they have that trough of pants, you know? They just have a mountain of pants, and you're just like, "I'll take 12. They're like $6. Try them on at home." You know? Like, I don't even know if they have like a dressing room at Costco. You're like putting on, it's like, "Get up, stop staring at me, Stacy," next to the pretzels. Like, Jesus Christ. Give me some room. Costco's fucking awesome, but it makes me anxious, man. It makes me a little. Anybody here have anxiety? Yeah. Oh yeah, awesome. Everyone next to the bar, apparently. Next to the exit, next to the bar. anxiety found the energy to woo for that. Most of it's like, I have anxiety. Costco gives me anxiety, not because there's like 10 to 20,000 people in line in front of you at any Costco. You know what makes me really anxious about Costco? Is that lady at the end with the fucking highlighter. You know? You're just like, fuck, who's got the receipt? Oh, fuck, we're gonna have to live here in Costco. You know? Can't get out, man. Can't get out. Even though I'm here, I got your shitty ass square boxes you give us. Even though everything at Costco's round, you know, like, I don't know. Shoving that shit in there. You know what else gets me anxious? Netflix. Because of that fucking 20-second countdown that they got on that thing. That is the worst. You're like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Episode 2? Should we binge watch? I gotta go to bed. I don't know, I have 10 more seconds. Make someone make popcorn. 9, 8, gotta take the dog out. 6, 5, fuck it. I'm in, baby, I'm in. We're watching all of it. That shit's too much. But yeah, my mom, she moved to San Francisco. It's not like you're flying into San Francisco, you're going into SFO, and the pilot's like, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing in San Francisco in 20 minutes. If you could please pull out your glitter and rainbows and set your dicks to an upright and locked position. Thank you. It doesn't happen like that. It's not like gay men are walking around San Francisco like Jehovah's Witnesses or something, trying to recruit you for their religion. They don't come to your door and be like, excuse me, sir, have you accepted cock as your personal savior today? Doesn't happen like that. So, fuck Grand Rapids. Fuck Grand Rapids. Fuck Grand Rapids. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. We're gonna start a cult tonight. This is awesome. She cheated on me with a salsa instructor. Yeah. No woo. No, boo. No woo boo on that. Yeah, you can't write that shit. It's not the body that competes with a hot Latin dancer. You know, I'm shaped like a thumb. This is not like, I've got the body of an alligator that ate a deer. You know, like, this is not, can't even reach this stool. How short my arms are. I'm like got a belly and short arms. Yeah. Call this look unemployed softball coach. Get on the bus. Gonna run some suicides. Can't compete with a dancer. Like, you guys ever been salsa dancing? Yeah. All right, fuck you. They're like, because women love guys who can dance, right, ladies? All right, the rest of you are like, I'd rather have a guy that makes money. Honest. Women love guys that can dance. If guys danced and did yoga, we'd have no problem getting laid. But we're playing Fortnite or Call of Duty, the Xbox or PS4, getting called faggot by a 16-year-old in Kentucky, I'm like, do your homework, Scott! Like, and salsa clubs are sexy places, it's like sexy places. And there's always one guy that can dance really well. There's always a line of ladies ready to dance with him, and he's just like, 1, 3, 4. Now you're pregnant. Who wants to be pregnant? Just like impregnating women with his hips, his dance moves. He's just spanking their bachatas, like, bam! Who wants merengue on their face? I made a big mistake, Kalamazoo. Shakespeare's, I made a big mistake. I went back to surprise her for Valentine's Day last year. So that was a big mistake. Women are always like, surprise me. Surprise me. And then you surprise them, they're like, why the fuck didn't you tell me? I don't know. So I went back for Valentine's Day and I got her a spa package. She got her hair did, she got her fingernails did. It was the best $15 I ever spent. Groupon can be amazing. And And she knows me, so when I got back to the crib, she didn't have roses going from the living room to the bedroom. She had M&Ms, you know? And I was just eating that like a horny ET, you know, just like... Wasn't my finger I had out, you know what I mean? I get to the bedroom, and she's got lingerie on, and she's dancing, she's got Pandora on, even though she's too cheap to get ad-free Pandora. So she has to stop dancing when the commercials come on. She's dancing, and all of a sudden like, hey Pandora listeners. It was awesome because she started giving me a lap dance. Now this is like between me and the fellas, but when your girlfriend gives you a lap dance, it's kind of like having a friend come over to fix the plumbing. You're like, maybe we should get a professional. All the guys are like, shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you doing right now? Like, I don't know if you got the tools for this. Oh, there's so many couples breaking up right now. I thought you said you liked it. I do. Hank, you look a little weird. I like, one of my favorite things being back in town, the girl that gave me my first hand job is here. Good at giving her first hand job. I got, you know, like, everyone's just experimenting. I'm like, can you take your rings off? Like, is that a problem? Oh man, when you get a hand job for the first time, it's like a girl's like trying to like land a helicopter in a snowstorm. Just like, sweat just dripping down her face. It's like trying to parallel park a bulldozer. To this day. Drinking Mountain Dew, like I used to have teeth. When I first moved to San Francisco, I lived here and I sold my Subaru to a gay couple in Mattawan that lived in a trailer park. I know. And I went to sell them my car, and it was $200, and they're like, we gotta go take a walk and talk about this. I'm like, it's $200 fucking bucks, man. It's like, I'm not trying to give you my kid, you know, just buy the car. And they took a walk, and they came back, and they're like, well, where are you from? We want to get to know you. And I said, I'm from Coldwater. And they looked at me, and they leaned in, and they said, the weirdest queers come from Coldwater. I was like, okay, take the car. Just take the fucking car. Yeah, fucking Kalamazoo, fucking Michigan, it's awesome. Anybody here have kids? Awesome. Is that why you're here? Like, that's why we're here, we have kids. Are they in the car? You have the windows rolled down just a little bit with some Steely Dan on? Alright, it's fine. My ex has got kids. She had 2 little girls, still does. Like little kids are, I didn't understand like about how little kids can get in your heart. Just 2 little girls, like, I'm like just an alcoholic comedian type. I've never been married, never had kids. Like, I didn't understand, you know? And like, I got to know her kids a lot. Because one of the things is when you're hanging out with little kids is you gotta hold their hands no matter where you go. You're always holding on their hands. You go to a supermarket, you're just kicking shopping carts out of the way. You know, everyone looks like a fucking predator. It's like, I have one mission: get this girl back to her fucking mom in one piece. You know, it becomes like a movie, you know, like a World War II movie. And I got this, you know, little girl, and then her littlest one had the greatest voice I'd ever heard in my life, because I had a speech impediment when I was growing up. I would say things like, yes, I'd like a lollipop, you know, like, hello, yes. Like her little girl, we went out to play one night, and she was like, hey, can you put me up in that tree? And so I picked her up and I put her on this tree branch, and she's like, ouch, you hurted my arm. I'm like, what are you, a prospector from an old Western? Like, who the fuck talks like that? I've been really happy lately because I finally cut the cord on cable. You guys do that? I finally cut the cord on cable. It's awesome. Because you don't need it anymore. Like out west, we have Comcast. You guys have Comcast out here? Yeah, we have Comcast. I got tired of paying like $200 to $300 a day for cable. You know? For shit that I would never fucking watch. And when I tried to get rid of it, like they emailed me, they called me, they even came to my fucking door. And I opened the door and like, hey, we're from Comcast. And I slammed the door and I was like, please hold. It's awesome, man, because you have all these things. You have Netflix, Hulu, fucking Amazon. Like, you can do whatever you want. But I'm like old enough to remember, like when pre-cable, you know, we had two channels basically. There were 3 channels. And I remember when my dad first got cable, when I was like 13 years old. And it was the best present someone could ever give a 13-year-old. Because you guys know what happens when you got cable back then. It came with Showtime, After Hours. You remember that shit? And Skinamax? Skinamax is the fucking best, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? That shit was awesome. It's not like he paid for it. It was still all fucking scrambly. But my brother and I would set our fucking clocks for 3 in the morning. We would wake up and try to sneak past our parents' bedroom like we're in World War II, giving each other signals and shit, you know? And we would get down into the living room, and my brother, because I was the younger one, would have me dial it in, and he'd give me instructions to try to get to stop being wavy, you know? He'd be like, more to the right, more to the left. I'd be like a safecracker trying to get porn, you know? I was like, is that a baby's arm? Is that a nipple? Is that a... You know, and it would stop for you saying, like, yes! Fuck, no! It's just 3 men and a baby, or something, you know? To this day, when my cable goes out, I get an erection. That's how much By the way, that was the best I ever hit on anybody in my life earlier. Because it's hard, like now I'm single, like anybody here single? Oh yeah, like 4 of you. Fuck you guys, man. Jesus, I'm in the Midwest. They're like, I've been married for 38 years. Oh man, I'm single, man. Been on Tinder and Bumble or Crumble or Fumble or whatever the fuck that is. Plenty of fishes, no fishes, J-Date, Farmer Date, Farmer.com. I don't even fucking care anymore. Like I remember, when I was coming up, you had to have an opening line because there was no online dating. So the only online thing was your line that you would give a girl at the bar, you know? And I was fucking horrible at it. I'd see a girl at the bar and I'd just be like, but if I get a girl's number, you know, like there was no cell phones, I'm like, what's your number? And she'd be loud bar and she'd be like, 415-775. What? Who's got a pen? Who's got a cocktail napkin? Trying to remember all these numbers in your head, like an Iroquois code talker or something, you know? And then there was lots of rules. You know, your buddy would be like, oh, you got her number? Cool. Don't call her on Tuesday. No nobody fucks on Tuesdays. Remember that? Remember all those rules? Gotta give her 4 days, you don't want to look desperate. It's like, well, I am desperate! There's all these fucking rules that had to happen, you know? And then you call and you're just like, please don't answer, please don't answer, please don't answer. Like the last thing you want is them to fucking pick up the phone, you know? And then she picks up the phone and you're just like, ah! Ah! You turn into like Bobcat Goldthwait for some reason. You know? No idea what to say. But people are confident now when you're like texting, you have a monitor. You know, people are confident when they're behind monitors and screens. People will say any kind of shit, you know? I was texting with this girl and I said something I've never said before in my life. I was like, back that ass up. You know, like, I was like, I want to tongue punch your stink star. You know, just like, just things I would never, I was just like, eggplant, 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 peach, peach, peach. I don't even speak emoji. I don't even know what that fucking means. I need a date, like a 25-year-old just decipher for me, you know. She hit me back with horsehead, diamond, pineapple. I'm like, what is that? Are you hungry? Are we breaking up? Is that anal? Someone fill me in. Hard out there. Thank you. It's fun being from Michigan. Because people are like, when I say I'm from Michigan, they're like, oh, and I, you know, you got to do this thing, you know. You grow up doing it. And then like the Michigan accent is so much fun too. Because in Michigan, man, we can turn a 1-syllable word into like a 4-syllable word. We're like, oh no. No. Oh my God, no. It's fucking awesome. Just, and around here, it's just all vowel movements. It's like, oh, I, O, E, O, A. Oh no, oh my God. That's big time. That is big time. You know what happened last night? Good sleeping weather. That's one of my favorite Michigan sayings. That's good sleeping weather. How cold was it? 55 degrees? That's good sleeping weather. What was it last night? 72? That's good fucking sleeping weather right there. Yeah, I'm like, I'm from here. I think that's Florida down there. Pretty sure. You guys ever live with someone stupid? I mean, come on, you guys ever live with someone stupid? Well, you guys ever live with someone stupid? It's the worst fucking thing in the world, isn't it? I'm really tired of stupid fucking people. I'm tired of stupid people. And yes, thank you. And one of the reasons I'm tired of stupid people because I have a stupid roommate, and it sucks. Yes, my career is going well. I have a roommate and a chore wheel. Someone stupid, you can't watch something complicated. Like, I love Game of Thrones, you know? And you know, Game of Thrones just ended, so I was really fucking invested in those 3 really shitty last episodes. You know? Like, what? Yeah, that's basically everything I did watching Game of Thrones for the last 3 episodes. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? It's been 8 fucking years of my life. So, like, I have a stupid roommate, and I want to watch Game of Thrones, and I hear him come home, and I'm like, fuck. So I know what's going to happen. He's going to sit down and be like, who's that? What does she do? What's his name? What happened over there? Pause it, rewind it, again and again. Go from the beginning. I don't read. You're like, it's a fucking dragon. Like, I have a roommate named Kenny. Kenny, not Kenny with an E, but Kenny with an I. Like skinny without an S. Kenny, that is the dumbest name in the fucking world. Kenny, I'll call his name. Kenny will come into the room like a golden retriever, like, are you going for a drive? Put my head out the window. Kenny's so fucking dumb. Kenny is dumb. Like we were driving, well, I was driving, he's too dumb to drive. We were driving by this marquee in San Francisco, and he looked up and he said, I want to see this band. They play all over town. And I said, what's the name? And he said, Tony Iggett. I looked up and I said, that says tonight. That's fucking dumb, man. He's one of those people, too. You know those people that don't? Okay, there's a lot of things. You know those people that tell a story and make you do all the fucking work? Where they're like, hey, you remember when we went to that one place with that one guy? You know, and he drove that one car? And you're like, I don't know, it's your fucking story. Like, why is this a mad lib all of a sudden? You know, like, why do I have to fill in all the blanks? He's also one of those guys that doesn't know any fucking lyric to any song. Like, the other day he was singing, I got 2 chickens and parrot ties. I'm like, no. That is not the lyric to that fucking song. Chickens don't wear parrot ties, man. And he gets his sayings wrong. We got into an argument and he said, Paco, sometimes you just gotta let guide dogs be guide dogs. I'm like, Kenny, it's bygones be bygones. Although that is a good sentiment, you should just let a guide dog be a guide dog. We're at work, we got places to go. I also simultaneously grew up in 3 Rivers. Oh yeah? Oh man. I got the small town racist shit on lock, you know? Cold water and 3, look at this sassiness that just happened. What just happened over here? You guys handle this sass? You want a cup of this sass? Can you handle this sass? I don't think you can. I got really sassy for a second. Look out, folks. I grew up in 3 Rivers, and my mom married my stepfather, who was African American. So I grew up in an all-white racist town with a white mom, a Hispanic-sounding name, and a black stepfather whose last name was White. That's why I'm a comedian today. Growing up in a black family was cool. It's cool. Taught me a couple things. There are 2 different kinds of white people in this world. There are white people who get more black around their black friends. You know those guys? Like Roger from accounting. You know, his one black friend says things like, slow your roll. Listens to Tupac for some reason. You know, those guys. And then there's like white people like myself, and I would imagine most of you guys. I get more white around my black friends. You guys are like, this better be fucking funny, dude. I felt you guys tighten up with this joke. But I get more black. I don't know how to be that cool. I get more white around my black friends. I'll see a black friend and I'll turn into like, I don't know, like Mitt Romney or something. I'll see a black friend and I'm like, oh my God. That is neat. Everything you're doing is neat. That is cool. Is that your word or our word? Cool. Cool, I'll use it. That is neat. Twerk it out. I want to touch your hair. That's why I'm single. That's why I'm a comedian. I made a big mistake with my ex. She came out to San Francisco to visit me, and she was like, take me somewhere new. Take me somewhere new. Girls always want you to take them somewhere new. So I did. I took her to this lesbian bar at my house. Big mistake. It's called the Clit. The problem was I couldn't find it. I just kept driving around. For directions, I was too proud. I couldn't find it! You guys have been fucking awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate it. Alright. Thank you. So put your hands together for Bob. Victoria, Adam, Sonny. But wait, there is more. It gives me great pleasure to introduce, we have a surprise guest here tonight. and his friend are fucking amazing, super talented, amazing, smart, talented, funny, extraordinary, iconic. The list goes on, but put your hands together for the very funny, the next senator from the state of Michigan, Mr. Stephen Lynch and Ron Connell.